Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today? Well, it's 4:20. Right when I started to make this video, I thought, I think it's around 4:20 because I'm participating in 420, as I always do. Every day, all day, every day. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing alright. Well, I'm basically moved into my apartment. I haven't got to unpack everything completely yet because I was waiting on the pest control company to come in. The actual pest control company was here probably about 2 weeks ago. But when I moved in on Saturday, the apartment had been vacant probably about 10 days, maybe. Something like that. And so, you know, nobody had seen any traffic or anything, so when I moved in on Saturday night, I was seeing a few traffickers coming through my kitchen and in my bedroom, heading toward the water source. So, I let my new landlady know what's up, and she wants to take care of the problem because the people that used to live in the upstairs apartment cost this company that I'm renting from now lots and lots of money because they were totally gnarly, nasty people. And they got rid of the bug issue upstairs and everywhere they, but there's still going to be a few remnants here and there, and it's kind of getting colder outside too, so I think a lot of it has to do with that too, the weather getting bad. So they're making their way indoors and, looking for water. But anyway, I got the whole apartment taken care of and sprayed and, gels laid out, and it's all odorless and, it's all odorless, so it's not going to bother me any at all. It doesn't smell or anything, but it'll attract the pests that it needs to attract, I suppose. So, with that being said, tonight I'm probably going to get in and start unloading my stuff into my cabinets. I've already decided which side I'm going to have for food and which side I'm going to have for dishes. And I guess I got a pretty fair amount of cabinet space to work with. I can't complain too bad. I don't really like the colors in here because it's all just white, but hey, what can you do? You got to give up some things that you liked in your old apartment to get the new things that you wanted in your new apartment, So, I can't complain. I have now a full-size bathroom, which I didn't have before. All I had was just like a walk-in, stand-in type shower. It wasn't very big, and I didn't get to take a bath for 2.5 years. I never got to soak. At one point in time, I was so desperate for that I was actually even thinking about going and renting a hotel room just so I could have a tub. But that never came to fruition because, well, I just don't have the extra money to throw away for a $100 hotel room, Anyways, so I'll probably do that a little later. Soak in my tub and enjoy a glass of wine, and I'll enjoy a little bit of angel herb here, Mary Jane. Always having a conversation with that girl. I really like her a lot. She's the one friend that I can say I can truly count on. Yeah, she's always there for me, no matter what. No matter what time of day or night it is, she's always there for me. And she's been my friend since I was 14 years old, and I'm 54 now. So this Mary Jane chick's been my friend for 40 years. Can you believe it? Wow. Hats off to her, because that's a really long friendship to have with somebody. Most friendships fizzle out after a while, or, even after a few years. I mean, heck, I was friends with somebody that I grew up with from the time I've known him since I was a baby. 35 years we were friends. 35 years. And she basically told me I was going to hell because of a specific situation I was in at the time. And she told me I was going to hell because I was choosing a man over my daughter, which was not the case at all. But as soon as that was the case, I never talked to her after that, you know. I never made an attempt to ever call her back. So Mary Jane's been friends with me longer than that girl had been friends with me. So anyways, I made a video last night, but I didn't like what I was saying. I didn't like how it came across, so I just deleted it. Ugh. A lot of ranting and raving. I don't want to rant and rave. I don't want to talk about doom and gloom and all the BS that lamestream media puts out, because it's nothing but BS to divide the people. That's one thing I've noticed even in the truther communities. There's division. There's division in all groups. It doesn't matter if it's a religious group, if it's a political group, if it's an awakened truther group, spiritual group, New Agers, Star Seeders, whatever. There's division in all groups. It doesn't matter. You know. And that's the thing about, you know, having 7 billion plus people on Earth. We're all going to have 7 billion plus different thoughts. Not every person on the face of this planet is going to have the same thought as somebody else. You know, they might at different points in time of their life, but we're individuals, you know. We're definitely individuals. We're all of one, I would say, free energy. You know, we're all like a spiritual being inside the fleshly body, but other than having the Creator in us and all of us, we're all basically, you know, we're all the same, but we're having different experiences. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. But we all have the same experiences in certain ways, just in different ways, you know. But we all do experience the same emotions at different points in time in our life. You know, and some people experience emotions more than others, you know. And then there's some people out there that aren't that emotional at all, you know. Doesn't mean they're a cold-hearted person. It just means that they're not very much of a giver, you know, when it comes to giving their emotions. Now, me, as far as me personally, since this is my page, and we're talking about me, for me personally, when I was a kid, growing up, I was very sensitive, so I always cried easily. Even if I got embarrassed, or if somebody embarrassed me, I'd cry. If somebody said something to me in the wrong tone, I'd cry. I was a crier. But I was also taught by my mother to suppress my emotions, because she was not a crier at all. She wasn't an emotional person at all. My mom was one of those types of people that didn't show any kind of emotion, whether it was happiness or sadness, you know, or anything in between. She just never, she always has always had that RBF, resting bitch face. She's always had one of those. You never can tell what she's feeling, because she physically doesn't express what she's feeling. And she always cared about what other people thought of her, whereas me as a kid, I always was wondering, why do you care what other people think of you? I mean, I can understand to a certain extent to care about what others think of you. I mean, of course, you want to be clean. You don't want to be this grubby, dirty, stinky, unacceptable being, you know. You want to be whatever, but I don't know. I just know that when it comes to keeping up appearances, I don't have to keep up with the Joneses to be happy. Because when it comes down to it, I have nothing. I'm a minimalist, you know. One day shortly, soon, after I get my apartment unpacked, I'm going to do a video and taking a tour of my apartment. Plus, I'll probably throw pictures in. I don't know how I'm going to do it. yet because I don't have a computer, so it's a little bit more difficult to do it on the phone. It used to be easier for me to make videos on a computer than I've ever had to do on my phone. I used to have a camcorder. I'd record it, then I'd upload it to my laptop, and then I'd edit it and shrink it into the size it needed to be, and then I could upload it to YouTube. But those days are gone, I guess. Anyway, so I have to learn how to integrate myself with this phone technology. And I have an Android. I don't have a smartphone. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. Not that the differences are that much, because they really aren't. They all basically work the same. But, like, I would need an app for me to just to flip my camera around. So when I make a video, I have to either decide if I'm going to have it facing toward me or if I'm going to have it facing away from me. So when I make my video for my apartment, it's definitely going to be filmed away from me. But you'll definitely hear my voice over talking, talking over as I'm going through the apartment. Anyways, so I hope everybody had a happy Halloween. Hope everybody was safe and warm and had fun doing whatever you were doing. Some people don't celebrate Halloween. Some people do. Myself personally, as a kid, I liked it. As a kid growing up, I liked Halloween. I really did enjoy getting to go out with my friends and going trick-or-treating with my friends without even really being parentally supervised, And that was in the 70s. In the 80s, too. I was a teenager in the 80s, so I didn't really go trick-or-treating that much. But I probably stopped trick-or-treating when I was probably about 13, 14 years old. I don't think I would really mind, going out trick-or-treating even as an adult. But, I just don't like to dress up. I like Halloween, but I just don't like dressing up in a costume, if that makes sense. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just the fact that I prefer to be me, instead of putting on garb. I never was one to really like to dress up in any shape, form, or fashion. I always just want to kind of be in my own comfortable clothes, just hanging out, relaxed. I don't want to be in any type of clothing that makes me feel uncomfortable, and being in a costume always makes me feel uncomfortable. So that's probably one reason why I never really got into going to Halloween costume parties, because I always just came as myself. Candy. Sistina 420 Friendly Mama. That's it. That's who I've always been since I was 14 years old. Just kick back and relax and enjoy life. Try to anyway. But we got these stupid freaking leaders that think that, they're running the show, and they are running the show because we the people haven't pulled our heads out of our asses long enough to do anything about it. And I don't think that the people want to do anything about it. I think they're too busy being entertained by the propaganda, the mainstream media, the entertainment, that give them breads and circuses, and, they'll never revolt, and that's what our government has done to us. And it's not just the American government, it's all governments, it does not matter. All governments run bad together. There's no left or right. Jesus ain't coming back to save us. So all I can say is people need to pull their heads out of their asses and get right with themselves, not get right with God. Get right with themselves, start learning to love themselves and raising their own vibration, and quit depending on other people to live their life for them or do for them or whatever. It comes down to personal responsibility. You want change in your life, you got to be the change. You got to do the work. You have to put in the effort. You can't expect shit to be just handed to you on a silver platter. Anyway, I guess that's my rant. That's over. I'm going on almost 15 minutes now, and Maybe some of my words will reach some of you and some of them won't. But whatever the case may be, just live for the moment. You know, it doesn't matter about your past. It doesn't matter about the future. Just all that matters is the here, the now, the moment. Because that's all we got, right? Don't stress too much about anything in this life, because in reality it doesn't really matter. Just sit back, breathe, take it all in, and realize that in 5, 6, 7 minutes you'll have a different perspective on things. Always happens for me anyhow. It's all about balance. It's not trying to be on one end of the spectrum or not. To me it's about being in the middle, you know, regardless of what the title is for that specific chart I'm talking about, whether that's love or hate or good, bad, ugly, in between, impatience, over acceleration, anxiety, OCD, whatever it is. We all have issues. It's just, do we allow those issues to control our lives and how we do things? Or are we the one in control of our issues? That's what it comes down to, I think. Anyways, I hope you have a blessed day. I don't know when I'm going to make another video. I just know that whenever the desire hits me and I decide to do it, I just go ahead and do it. I just kind of flow. I don't really even start with a specific topic to talk about. It just kind of comes out as time rolls on. Anyways, peace, love, and nugs. And until the next time, stay blessed, stay groovy.